Hey guys, what's up? Wow, what a beautiful day, huh? It's November 10th, I think, and it's like 60 out. What's up with that? Global warming. Um, so I don't know. I think today I'm going to talk a little bit about frustrations. And what I mean about that is um, there's some things that come up here and there when you are someone who has a disability, um, even just in everyday life, where people are really frustrating. Um, and I'll give you some examples. Um, and I wanted to share my stories and hopefully spark some thought or questions, more questions about uh, frustrations, or even you guys could share your thoughts on it. Um, but, you know, for something as small as, um, going, even though it may not seem that small, but it's more small compared to some of the things that I've experienced. But one of them was, happened many times throughout my life, going out to eat and the waiter or waitress or whatnot, um, either assuming that I can't read or assuming that I don't have the intelligence to um, make read the menu and make my own decisions. Because they'll either, look right through me, look over me, talk around me, talk to the people that are with me, don't even acknowledge me. I've even had people not give me a menu. Um, it's just crazy. Uh, so that's a frustration. But what brought this up for me was uh, this topic was something that happened to me the other day, last week actually. I brought Mercury to the vet because he had a ear infection that he had been battling for quite a while now. And there's this one vet there that there's two vets, and one of them had been away for a while. He just came back and is slowly taking more and more patients. And so I had to see the other vet. And her and I don't get along very well because she, for some reason, thinks that because, I have a wheelchair stuck to my butt, that obviously I'm an idiot. Um, and it's really frustrating because all the time it's almost like she forgets, or I don't know if she, what it is, or if I remind her when I speak and it puts her in her place and then she changes her tone. But the last time um, I went, with Mercury and my dog, and it was like pulling teeth, and it was like they would not listen to me, would not believe me that he was uncomfortable and in pain when just because there wasn't like hardly any wax in there. I told them that it had been cleaned, and I told them like that morning and whatnot, and I told them, when I knew about what was going on with him shaking his head, whatnot. Well, they said to do a 10-day treatment of this new medication. 10 days later, he's as good as new. So it's just really frustrating when um, you feel like because you have a disability that people don't take you seriously. They don't. Um, some people just assume that because you um, you know because you appear a certain way, they have assumptions about you that you don't know what you're doing. And I just spoke up and I'm like, he's my dog, and reminded her, and just a click like that changed. um, oh, another little story I just thought of. I'm kind of jumping around in the timeline of my life, but this is another good one. When I was 18, I started hooking up with vocational rehabilitation, which everybody calls voc rehab, and they help you with either getting transportation to and from a job, or they help you out with school, getting transportation um, to go to school and stuff. So I went there, and the case manager I had, which it's really sad to me that there are people out there that work with people with disabilities on a daily basis and have like zero idea or any concept of how they should um, speak to people with disabilities and relate to them and have a conversation with them, which most 99% of the time is, talk to them just like any other person. But I was having my intake meeting with this person, and um, she was totally ignoring me, talking right, like I mentioned before, right around me, speaking directly to my mom, not making eye contact with me. And my mom was getting really frustrated. And there was one point where the woman got up and left the room for a minute, and she just looked at me and she's like, "Can you believe this?" And so what ended up happening is when she came back, my mom goes, "I don't know if you know this, but you might want to check out his GPA from high school." So she pulls out my transcripts, and I got a 3.4 GPA in high school. And she completely, like the flip of a switch, changed her tone. Started treating me just like, I was anybody else, like that I was smart, which I was, but according to her, I guess not. And all that stuff. So those are just some examples of wicked frustrations. I'm from New Hampshire or New England. When I say wicked, wicked, yeah. um, so, I just wanted to put that out there because I don't know if some people, I bet some of you have like, oh, I never even thought about that. Um, so, like I said before, if you have any questions about other situations I may have been in, or maybe how I would react to a certain situation, please just comment on the Facebook page or on the YouTube page. Or if you want to share your own stories, do that too. Um, all right, well, I'm going to get going because I'm going to be hanging out with that special person I mentioned earlier. Special person. I sound like I'm, 85 with a special friend. But you get what I mean. I will, yeah, that's it. All right. Well, peace, love, and I'll talk to you next time.